Good morning and welcome to Herb Oracle Podcast, botanical divination with herbs, essences, flowers, and trees with your host, Herbal Marie. Let's start the day off pulling some oracle cards and getting a few messages. We can shoot the shiitake in a spiritual way-ish. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll post a pic of the cards at Herb Oracle. Thanks so much for joining me. Here we go. Welcome to the episode where we hang out with the trees. I'm excited as much as I can be excited today. I'm like totally wiped out today. But I always enjoy Thursdays. I hope I'm up for it. I hope I do a good job. Some people just only tune in to the Thursday podcasts because they love hanging out with the trees. Some people skip Thursdays because they just can't get into it. It's funny. I was just thinking about this. It's funny how I have always such a smorgasbord of, like, I'm like basically like a buffet, you know, like I'm like a human buffet with my entertainment offerings. And which really allows people to be able to pick and choose what they want to watch and what they don't want to watch. Like, what got me thinking about this really was my YouTube channel. I was uploading my narration reading of the Daniel Scranton Arcturian channeling, and I thought it's funny that some people just come to my channel for this, and then there's some people that would never, ever click this. Same way, like I have to make regular My Singing Monster gaming videos because there is a percentage of my subscribers that expect that from me, and then the rest of the other half never would ever like there are people that specifically ask me to make these videos. So it's just so funny that like I have such diversity in the people that interact with me, and it's totally 100% okay to pick and choose. Like if you don't really dig the Friday pick-a-piles, then yeah, you just skip that. But if you absolutely love the tarot or the manifest more, or you're only in it to hear about the herb, then that's cool too. All right, so anyways, I just was laughing because like I have the same thing going on my YouTube channel. I've always had that, and then like now I do it here too. Like there's enough different things to pick from. Oh, and I just got a whisper. Maybe I'll even finish doing the angelic herb episodes. Okay, I hear you. It probably won't be this weekend unless some miracle happens Sunday morning. So anyways, I have had a couple busy weeks, and which is unlike me, you know, and I'm just kind of going with the flow. Now, the last tree angel that we got was Aspen, and that was the Joker. So I am really, really ready to get a different tree angel because like enough of the life jokes. Enough of my life being a joke. Enough of me being a crazy madman Joker dude. Like I played the part, and okay, very well. I'm ready to move on to a new tree angel. So that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're just gonna do from here on out until I've gone through this whole deck. Like every week, pick a new tree angel from the Tree Angel Oracle deck by Fred Hagenader. This is the ancient path into the sacred grove, and each tree has its own angel. Now, I saw another tree deck that someday I would maybe like to get. I have so many decks that I would love to have in my possession, but you know, I just don't have the thousands of dollars to back up that addiction. But this one, oh gosh, I think it's probably I think the woman lives in Scotland. And I think her name's like Mag. And so if you want it, you have to like track her down and email her. But I watched the flip through of this deck on Shuffle Tarot. And you can find Shuffle Tarot on YouTube. And I literally cried. I mean, of course, it may have had something to do with the music that was also playing. If you put anything to the right type of music, I'll be the one be like, oh my God. But like just sit there and let my eyes water and shake. But anyways, this it was an amazing tree deck. The way she edited it and made it look like it's like real pictures of real trees, and it seems like she did mostly like a fractal symmetrical, you know, thing, but then like she edited somehow like the faces to go in the trees, but they're not really like faces, like illustrated faces, like they're like nature spirit and sprite looking things. It's incredible. So maybe someday, like if we keep journeying together, I will have to get that for our Thursdays. But it's hard to look too far ahead because, you know, we are encouraged to stay in the now moment. And you sort of start to see that whenever you don't heed that advice, it makes you uncomfortable. So I'm noticing that in myself too. Like anytime I get too far away from the now moment and start looking into the future or ahead into unknown territory, it doesn't feel that great anymore at all. So yeah, and I have a tendency to get negative. So I am doing my best to just be here, right now, with you, with the tree deck, and just stay presently focused without freaking out too much about things that are out of my control. So anywho's, shall we get a tree angel for this week? Our herb of the week is turmeric, of course. What a great herb. What a persistent herb. And that's what we manifested more of yesterday. Manifest more persistence. You got to keep going. It's like, yeah, our last tree angel was the Joker, Aspen. And it's like, yep, sometimes your life is a joke and it's full of hardship and struggle and strife. And you just need to put a smile on your face and thrive anyways. Just keep going and don't quit. Okay? Really. Just keep on going. There's no point in quitting. You won't like that either. All right, so let's get a tree angel. And then, yeah, at some point we will do our affirmations because I have not been super good about them yet. Because yesterday, well, we cannot be having two tree angels. Can we? Because 2 fell out together, and now I just saw 717. Shit, we're having 2. Okay, before I flip them over, I just want to say that in front of me, I have my water, I have a candle lit, and then I have a rock. I literally have water, fire, and earth in front of me. I think that's funny. So if you might see that in the pictures, I just might leave my stuff there. All right, so I guess we're having 2, even though I cannot believe that I'm allowing this. We're having number 7, oak, and number 10, juniper. So I actually have them 10. I saw number 7 look up at me first, and he is a handsome devil. Whew. Oak. He is pretty fantastic looking. And number 10's fantastic looking too, but he's a little bit more meek, like in his energy, you know what I mean? Like oak is very, very like super masculine, is holding like a handful of acorns. He's got antlers. He's got a chiseled jaw. Of course, they both have serious jaws. But Juniper has more of a chin, you know, with a little divot in the chin and dimples. I mean, he's cute, but they're both amazingly good-looking tree guides. So good job. Tree angels, both fantastic looking. Now, Juniper has this interesting headpiece with like long spiky things, I don't know what you'd even describe as that, but then there's like juniper berries in the center. And he has his arms, just his hands ever so delicately crossed over his chest. Like if you would, you know, put down your right hand over your heart and then your left hand over the other hand, crisscross. Yeah, he's kind of delicate a little bit. Like, but he's strong. He's like this weird mix of strong and soft, you know? And his skin, what's interesting about Juniper is like he seems pretty solid at the top, but as you get, the torso starts to fade and he is just energy at the bottom. So he's materialized just so we can lay eyes on him. And it almost seems like he's in like some type of a ravine and looking outward. And I feel like these spikes on his crown almost feel like his own type of sunbeams radiating out of his crown chakra. Very interesting. So we've got oak and juniper, juniper and oak, number 7 and number 10. And then, oak too, he's very almost translucent. He really is the tree. Of course, that's how everybody is in this deck. But it's just really very, very interesting, the energy coming in. And the way the oak tree is, it's like it helps form the oak's V-neck brown shirt, and his shoulders like are part of the tree. And it's such a wide, big oak. It is so strong looking. And just him holding the acorns, like he's not offering them out. He's like fisting them, gripping them, like, I just grabbed a whole big thing of acorns. And the antlers, really fun. All right, so I'm just going to sit with these two dudes for a minute. Our two dudes, our two tree angels. We're getting 2 apparently. And I'm going to put them like up. I'm going to put the oak under my stone and have the candle kind of in between them and have the juniper sort of diagonal to my mason jar glass full of water. So I don't know. That's what I feel like doing today. Maybe working with the elements a little bit more, a little balancing, utilizing nature. That's one of the things the Arcturians have told us this week. If you're following Daniel's messages, I think it was just yesterday. Yeah, which was so good that I made a follow-up video talking about how much I loved it. I don't normally do that, but I felt like it was for me. Because it was talking about how, we look for love in all the wrong places. We look for other humans to love us when they can't really love ourselves, and then we get disappointed. And I was having totally a sad cow moment, still feeling sad about that past failed love affair. And that's how I was yesterday. And I just felt like the Arcturians really gave me such a fantastic reminder that there is love all around me. Nature, animals, the sky, water, like all this love and support. So much support from the angelic realm, our higher selves, our guides, the elementals. Like we really have to start tapping in to where the unconditional love is. Appreciate everyone in your life and love them the best you can. But we got to really get solid in our expression of love. And it just was such a good reminder that like we can go get more love from a tree than like any dude in our life. Basically that's what I took from it. So anyways, I really was like, oh my God, Arcturians, thanks for creeping on my life and telling me exactly what I needed to feel. And then I just went and I took my kids to the zoo and we had a great fun day. And then weirdly enough, on the way home, don't I get a text message, and it's been quite a while since I've heard from him, of the old past lover/friend, because I'm trying to just avoid him a little bit. But he sent me such like a nice message, like legit. He was sharing a picture of his son who was meditating by their little water fountain fish pond setup that they have, and he was just saying that he bought the kids some Nag Champa and he loves it, and he's meditating, and he wanted to share that picture with me because he knew I would laugh or I would love it, and I did. I totally loved it so much. And like I love both of them. Like it's just sad because like I really do have such fond, kind, caring feelings for him and his son. You know, like I love them. And I guess that's my lesson. Like, hey, this guy's, I guess, not going to be your love or your lover, but you can still send love to him and his family, do you know, and like wish them well and actually truly feel love for them. But yeah, I'm totally in a sad cow moment. That just makes me laugh. That's something that Lynn Andrews used in her old novel from the 80s, Sad Cow. But anyways, and that's another bummer this week. And then we'll do our affirmations. So I was planning a 2021 weekly thing, maybe, using one of the books that Lynn V. Andrews wrote, this journal workbook for love and power. Because at the front of the book, you know, she says, you know, feel free to get together and, you know, journal with your friends using this book. And I thought, oh gosh, maybe because like it's 20 years old, I'll ask and make sure I'll make sure first, but I'll ask permission to use it in my weekly live stream on my YouTube channel, like, you know, to sort of guide us. Anyways, long story short, I did not get permission. She said no. So anyways, now my ego has to struggle with that. Like, I've literally like pushed all her books to the back of the bookshelf, like, fine, bitch, you know what I mean? So now I have another little personal challenge, like, all right, now you have to not feel rejected. Like, but it does suck, like, when you do ask permission and you see how in your head something could be so beautiful and beneficial to people in your life. Like, so apparently, like, I could get together with you in person, but not on my YouTube channel. So anyways, I get it. They're republishing the book and, you know, whatever. If I was a tad bit more famous, I maybe would have got a yes. But, you know, the fame and fortune just isn't there. So now I'll think of something else to do, which I'm sort of like, as I take a step back and see, like, oh, maybe there's another thing I'm supposed to do more. So I kind of sort of am having this feeling, and I'm not exactly sure how I feel about it yet, but I'm kind of feeling and foreseeing that the Course in Miracles is about ready to hijack my life completely. And that might be why nothing is working out when I plan for 2021, because there is another different plan for me. So anyways, on that note, let's do our affirmations, because I don't really care what I'm doing. I just have to keep on having a project like that gives me purpose, because that's what makes me feel like I can keep on going, be persistent, have perseverance, have something fulfilling in my life. Another message of turmeric was radiating, right? So it's like I need to just radiate out good vibes one way or another. So that is my plan. Things in my life might look different than what I thought they were going to and what I thought would be fun to do, but I have to realize that, like, my higher self is more in charge than me, and I'm just kind of trying to go with it all. All right, so oak, juniper, hold your horses. We'll be right back. We got to do this little quickie for our herb of the week, turmeric. This affirmation minute is brought to you by our steadfast herb of the week, turmeric. And I'm so happy you're here with me. I welcome change. I am persistent. I love to teach my community what I know. I radiate my intentions into everything I say and do. I shine my light. I share my love. I do the work and allow my heart to guide me. I welcome change. I am persistent. I love to teach my community what I know. I radiate my intentions into everything I say and do. I shine my light. I share my love. I do the work and allow my heart to guide me. And so it is. All right, so let's see what our tree guides have. Our tree guys. Tree guides have to tell us this week. We've got oak and juniper. They fell out of the deck together. And yeah, although it secretly kills me to honor it, I will. But it might make sense or not. We'll see. But the first thing that I see, like I was sort of getting into before, that I see, because one is so extra strong and one is kind of extra soft, I really feel like maybe there is this message of like this new divine masculine, you know, that is, yes, the new masculine is still so strong, but yet Juniper's coming in with this softness. Now, just to bring up my friends from yesterday. So my friend, I'll just call him my friend now, from lovers to friends. Okay, so my friend sends me this picture of his son meditating, which is adorable. Like, I'm gonna have to like print it out for them. It's so cute. Then he sent me a second picture too of them metalworking. Like, I don't know what the hell they were doing, heating up some metal rod, and the little boy was hammering it. No shoes on, like just total roughnecks. Anyways, so I thought to myself, that's the perfect new masculine, right? The masculine energy that, yes, you're rough and tough and 100% boy, whatever, but like you're also taking time to tap into your heart space and feeling love and lighting some Nag Champa and listening to the water and being one with nature. And I thought, that's exactly what the world needs, right? Like that's the new masculine, you know? So anyways, that kind of reminds me of what I'm looking at right here. I told you, Oak is like, oh, grabbing the acorns by the balls, right? With his antlers and this determined, like, man, if somebody looked at you like that, you'd be like, I don't know, you'd lay on your back and like submit like a dog, you know? He's got quite a look on him. And then there's this softness to Juniper that's really interesting and completely heart-centered. He's got his palms crossed over his heart space. And he is, with that headpiece, it's like an expression of illumination. So anyways, I just am like feeling like a new divine masculine energy coming forth with these two cards looking at me today. So let's read the oracle. Let's read the oracle poetry for each one, and we'll just kind of get a taste of what we've got going on today. Oak says, the source of the life force nourishes your deepest roots with vitality, will, and power. Make the world your own, but take care. Hear the secret of success. Care for those in need. Bring tenderness where emptiness once ruled. Ooh, so yeah, a lot of divine will and vitality and power. And yeah, just like he's grabbing onto those acorns. Grab onto your freaking life like that. And, you know, nourish yourself and be strong and make the world your own. Be the star of your own world, you know? Like, we get that message sometimes too. Like, this is your life. You don't have to just blend in and like get through it. You can really have fun with this. You can really like really love this storyline that you're creating. Like, if your life is a movie, try to love it. I need to get new writers for my movie. Yeah, and that's the whole point. I need to be the writer of my movie, my reality, my life. Make the world your own. But, you know, take care. Care for those in need. hear the secrets of success, like what true success really means, and bring some tenderness where emptiness once ruled. So yeah, this is not the masculine energy that plows everything down that's in its way to get to what it wants. That's like ego masculine. We're talking about mastery of the masculine energy, really being that kind, nurturing, strong, focused, powerful, true power. It takes zero power to destroy, right? And knock down things in your way. That is a wussy wimp right there. It takes zero power to destroy. True power comes from creation. So Juniper, let's skip over to Juniper, see what he says. Juniper Oracle says, stride forward or hold firm. Give what life asks of you. Enter the balance between destiny and freedom. Release what doesn't serve you, yet stand in the gale and walk your truth. Duty gives way to devotion. So, once again, here we are. We're on our path, and yet Spirit's and giving us little signposts and clues and nudges and encouragement to really commit and dedicate to the path of service. That's what true success is. That's what truly having power is, creating a life that takes care of you and others. So it's like release what doesn't serve you anymore. And these egotistical pursuits don't serve us. They really don't. They really don't. They turn us into selfish bastards that don't care about nobody. And it's like we really have to get it together, right? And bring tenderness to the world. So that's what Juniper is kind of also saying. Duty gives way to devotion. It's like you need to walk your truth. And if you haven't discovered it yet, sorry for the spoiler, but at some point you're going to start to understand that you are here in service. You are here to serve. And that's when you're really going to find the balance, between destiny and freedom. So it's like, yes, this is a free will planet and you can do whatever you want. You can literally do whatever you want. But it's kind of like the Course in Miracles. Here, this is a good way to put it. The very beginning page of the Course in Miracles says it perfectly. So you have free will, okay? And the Course in Miracles, hold on, let me open up this. I have it right here, you guys. It's sort of like, okay, let me just read it. This is literally just the first, I'm just going to read it to you, the introduction. This is a Course in Miracles. It is a required course. Only the time you take it is voluntary. Free will does not mean you can establish the curriculum. It means only that you can elect what you want to take at a given time. So, and then it goes on to say, the course does not aim at teaching the meaning of love, for that is beyond what can be taught. It does aim, however, at removing the blocks to the awareness of love's presence, which is your natural inheritance. Anyways, I'm not going to finish it. You can listen to my audiobook on YouTube or read this book. But what I want to talk about specifically is it says it's like saying, listen, your life, your service is a required course. Okay? But it's up to you when you want to start. So you can dick around for as long as you want. You can postpone it as long as you want. But your curriculum cannot be changed. So that's what it's like. That's the balance. It's like, yes, we come here, we have free will, but we also have a specific destiny or a curriculum that we have signed up to complete while we're here. So you can wait as long as you want to start it, but it is required. So if you're in denial, I'm just letting you know, like, you will be on a path of service. You are here to serve. But it's like, how long do you want to take to get to that point where you understand that's what you're doing here is up to you. Free will does not mean that you can establish the curriculum. It means only you can elect what you want to take at a given time. So anyways, that's kind of interesting. Like, as far as Juniper is saying, give what life asks of you. Enter the balance between destiny and freedom. So yes, you are free to be, like Oak said, make the world your own. You're free to do things the way you want and be as creative as you want and expressive as you want. But here's the deal. There is a destiny, and I love, like, looking at destiny like a curriculum that you signed up for, your soul contract that you're not going to get out of. And you don't really actually want to get out of it. It's nothing bad. A path of service to others and service to the all, and shedding and sharing and shining light and love to everyone is really very fulfilling. Our egos do not like the sound of it, ever, okay? But once you realize that, like, you can only listen to one voice at a time. You can only ever listen to, like, your higher voice, God's voice, or your ego voice. And you kind of have to come to that on your own terms. Like, oh, geez, my ego actually is not serving me. And now it's time for me to tune into something else. Then you can really align with your destiny, with your curriculum. So anyways, Juniper says, strive forward or hold firm. Give what life asks of you. Enter the balance between destiny and freedom. Of course, every week, release what doesn't serve you. Yet stand in the gale and walk your truth. Duty gives way to devotion. Okay, Oak. What else you got for us? Virtually no other living thing in the biosphere has the same vitality and sheer life force as the oak tree. Human beings have been aware of this since time immemorial, and entire cultures have sought out its presence. So, oak tree. They drew great power from this king of trees, but unfortunately often misused its force to wage war and conquer other peoples. The oak tree is associated with Mars, a planet that is often too hastily identified with the god of war. Originally, and indeed for many centuries, Mars was the god of farming and the protector of house and homestead, its role as a defender eventually leading to its connection with war. So yeah, I'm totally good with reassigning Mars back to its original, god of farming and protector of house and homestead. Yeah, we have to, I want to say eliminate war, because we know that war is not being powerful. It's not. It's just destroying. It is destroying. There is no power in destruction, only in creation. So respectfully, we should call Mars the god of farming, truly. Okay, so indeed, oak is at home in a broad spectrum of human associations since its energy is essentially neutral. How we use it is up to us. The gift of the oak angel is to be filled with energy and power. Success is assured. We become confident and strong in body and mind. We can fight if necessary and also protect those whom we love. And thanks to the medicine of oak, we do so with great integrity. Without the blessings of oak, we are seized with lethargy, fear, and fatigue. Weakness, laziness, and despondency lead to general failure. In society, this plays out as spineless opportunism and blind obedience. Warriors and leaders become followers and imitators. If we are totally cut off from oak, darkness and depression ensue, and lies and betrayal follow. Dang. So it's like, this feels like a great time for us to connect with oak and the oak angel and the spirit of oak and all this oak energy, right? Oak energy, it's like up there with dragon energy. Because you don't want to be a spineless, opportunistic, blind, obedient, just depressed liar who betrays everybody. You don't want that. So like we really do need, and I'm so exhausted today. I'm like, yes, oak, yes, give me your vitality and your energy and your power. What is it about driving a few hours in a car that just kicks your ass? But it was really fun yesterday. But still today I'm like, meh. I love that oak is coming in with all this great energy, because we need to quit misusing our energy. And when we use this oak energy for war and separation and destruction and for our selfish pursuits, we're headed in the wrong direction. So we need to connect with oak. We need to connect with oak. Let that vitality nourish us. Let us stand with our will and our power. Make the world our own. Have success, but in the greatest pursuit of the highest good of all, in that kind of way. Take care of everyone. Bring tenderness to the empty world. But also, it's like, use your power and your will and your vitality to stand your ground. And that's what Juniper was saying too, like, stand in the gale and walk your truth. Like, even if you get blown about a little bit, make sure that you are focused on the light, just like he is in the picture. Juniper is focused on the light. He's in his heart space, and it's really beautiful. So keep on moving forward. That like ties in turmeric and persistence. Give life what it asks of you, but be balanced, okay, between destiny and freedom. And always be releasing what doesn't serve us. Ooh, our lives could get very empty, but then we're going to fill it with things, with experiences, with feelings, with energies, with vibrations that do serve us and everyone. The juniper angel in this picture wears a serious expression, yet one that is also seriously beautiful. Juniper has all the attentiveness and powers of observation of the spiritual warrior, combined with the patience and devotion required to stand alone on the moor and keep watch for us all. The wind tugs at its leaves. A feather whirls past, and Juniper looks into the distance and sees everything. There are occasions when we need to act, and others when we should bide our time. It is not that Juniper is passive, but rather it has mastered the art of patience. It has mastered the art of patience. It's not being passive. It's just waiting for the right timing. It holds out and holds true. It doesn't feel weary, nor does it feel self-pity. Juniper knows destiny because it is at one with destiny. It deals with the inevitable out of devotion rather than duty. Juniper gives its whole being, its whole life to service. Its life itself is the gift, without any hidden agendas or quest for personal gain. It gives because it loves, but without so much as a whisper of this love on its lips. It gives because it loves, but without so much a whisper of this love on its lips. Okay. Juniper's willingness extends far beyond any personal desire, and it is always willing, even when it meets us with silence. So if the angel of Juniper comes to you, duty becomes devotion. Duty becomes devotion. Fulfill your duty and you will be fulfilled. Saintly patience and incredible stamina will be yours, along with tenacity, perseverance, and uncompromising steadfastness. Where Juniper's blessings are missing, we see pig-headedness and defiance. We charge blindly into walls because we lose sight of what we can and cannot change. We waste energy through empty defiance. And without devotion, we become arrogant and bored with life. So I get it, because this is one of my life experiences, moving from like a place of like, okay, I feel compelled to give, but I still have my ego that like wants paid. Okay. And then like moving into like more of an energy of giving just because I love giving and it feels good to give. And I am transferring myself into this new energy almost completely now, but not 100%. I'm just so honest all the time. Not 100%, but almost. So I really appreciate this message so much, because it's like when I'm like the combo of both of these guys, like when I'm feeling lethargic and bored with life, or I become arrogant and pig-headed and blindly charge into walls and try to change things that I can't. It's because I've lost sight of being in alignment with destiny and being in alignment with my heart and my path of service. So if I lose sight of devotion, and maybe it's not like lose sight of devotion, because for me personally, I feel like devotion is blossoming. It's not like I had it and I lost it. Like it's blossoming. I'm moving into it. But you know, whenever I look at distractions instead of the bigger picture, I do lose sight of it. So anyways, we do have to have patience. We really do. We have to really commit to opening our hearts to the point where like we just function and work out of a place of love. And we give and we give and we give. So I feel like that is what Juniper is saying so much to us. Like, you know, hey, if it's right, move forward. If the best thing to do is be patient and wait for divine timing, hold firm. Give what life asks of you, okay? It's like be in the world, but not of the world, you know? Like you're here, but you're just enough detached and focused on divine love that like you don't get shook and shaken when the winds blow as much as you would if you were focused on this reality here. You're a little bit out of it because you're connected more to your higher self, your higher purpose, your divine will. So that separates you a little bit from the drama, and you can stay balanced. You can stay balanced. So anyways, I love the oak and juniper so much. I mean, we do. We have to release these things that are not true for us anymore, that don't serve us, that's not in our highest good. And we really do need to step into a path of service, that of devotion. Oh my gosh, I feel like so complete with these two. You know what I'm gonna do today, you guys? We are going to just do these two angels and then one Celtic tree. So we'll be giving my other tree decks a little bit of a break this week because I don't even feel like I want to go there. I don't think we need to. I think the message between the oak and juniper is so strong, but it's like, hey, go ahead and pull a Celtic tree, one tree, and then we'll do a smorgasbord next week with our wisdom of trees and our soul trees. And I do even have a couple other tree decks too of Celtic trees that maybe we'll work in. But we can't always do it all, you know. Sorry. We have to release what doesn't serve us. And I feel like it's just so good to stay focused. If juniper made you put your hands over your heart and really start to look out and inward, but upward. It's so weird. Outward, inward, and upward towards the light, right? The light of source. You know, we don't really need to like think about human things, which is what the wisdom of trees does and the soul trees. You know, it really brings us into our humanness a lot more. And that's fine. It's good to fully embody yourself. But I feel like oak and juniper are saying it's going to be, you know, that ascended part of you, your higher self, that's going to give you true power to fuel this human body. So let's pull a Celtic tree and we'll see who comes in here. All right, we've got oak and we've got juniper. We've got all this strength and staying strong and staying focused on our path of service and devotion. And we don't have to like just be in duty all the time. We really need to start living from a place of devotion, which I guess is quite a different vibe. Like, it's not like, oh, I have to do this. No, it's like, it is my devotion. My life is my devotion. My life is the gift. My life is the blessing. All right, so we got a Celtic tree here, and it is Rowan. Now, it is reversed. So I will put our reversed rowan underneath the oak and juniper. So we have like a nice triangular deal going on here. And we'll look in the guidebook here of the Celtic Tree Oracle by Sherilyn Hidalgo, illustrated by Jimmy Manton. And we'll see what the reversed message is for us. It looks cool. It looks really cool because, well, for one reason, you know the juniper crown, he had like the juniper berries and then the spikes out. This rowan has the berries, the red berries, and two kind of spikes out. You know, it's two branches out, so it kind of like jives with juniper's fashion sense. And rowan is a very strong and protective tree as well, so it kind of jives with oak's energy too. So I'm excited to see what rowan, and it's number 2 in this deck, has for us today. Yeah, so stay strong in the light is definitely our vibe so far. Like, and will probably be the name of this podcast because it's pretty catchy. But it truly is the message too between oak, juniper, and rowan, right? Stay strong in the light. Stay focused on the light, on the love. No matter what life throws at us, let's focus on what we want to create. So Rowan, the deities with Rowan are Chiron and the horse goddesses like Epona and Rhiannon, the Great Mother and her sons. The totems are the horse and the centaur. And the key words for Rowan, the Rowan card, is protection, intuition, discrimination, spiritual strength, ecstasy, astral travel, connection with the mystery, and magic. And the Rowan indicates it's usually the winter solstice. is when that's when it focuses on the portal that we celebrate, the winter solstice. Oh my God, you guys. I just realized what the hell is going on here. So we just had the autumn equinox. And now I feel like oak and juniper and rowan are giving us a message from right now, which is the autumn equinox, to the winter solstice. And that really does make sense, doesn't it? Like, really, shit could hit the fan. From here until then, the world could get crazier. Things could get a little hairy, scarier. We could really be challenged to stay strong in the light. And it's really those of us who are staying balanced, who are truly helping like maintain this equilibrium in reality. So the more you can like not be distracted by all the fear tactics, and the more you can stay on your spiritual journey and devoted to your path of service, your curriculum, your destiny, it's just, you're such an asset to the world and to the collective consciousness when you put in your contribution of strength and solidness. And so anyways, I feel like because Rowan is the winter solstice, I'm just feeling like this is almost like a forecast message a little bit, and helping us sort of like pep talk. Do you ever have a pep rally at your high school, right? It gets you kind of excited and kind of like, all right, you guys, you got to be strong. We got to stay focused. We got to stay strong in the light, right? Stay balanced in the light. A little pep talk from these guys, our tree guides. So during the winter solstice, we celebrate the rebirth of the sun and honor the great mothers who gave birth to inspired sons. It is the longest day of darkness, but then the sun begins to return. So Rowan advises us to seek protection from enchantment or control of others. We are also reminded about our ability to astral travel. We are encouraged to connect with ecstasy, universal unconditional love, and higher consciousness. So I love that, because that's what everyone's saying. We need to connect with the unconditional love of nature and the trees and our guides. The Arcturians, no, Jesus. No, not the Arcturians, Jesus. Jesus, who's being channeled by Tina Louise Spalding. She's doing 40 days and 40 nights with Jesus right now. And I do have a playlist on my YouTube channel if you're looking for those videos. He's been so adamant that like we don't take our phones to bed with us. We leave them in the kitchen, turn them off, keep them away from you, because they're interfering with our astral travel. So I was like, well, fuck off. Like, that was my first response to Jesus. Sorry, Jesus. But that was it. Because I was like, to hell with you, Jesus. Like I look forward to like listening to music at night, and sometimes I hear a hum and it keeps me awake and blah, blah, blah. And like, how dare you suggest that like I don't take my entertainment with me to bed? You know, like, hey, I'll quit taking my phone to bed when you make the rest of my life a little bit better. Like, I was really sassy at first with that suggestion. But interestingly enough, the last 2 nights, I have not taken my phone to bed. The one night I accidentally left it downstairs, and I was like I forgot it, and then I was too tired to go get it. So I was like, all right, you win this one. Right? But then the more I thought about it, I'm like, you know what? If I listen to all my music while I'm doing dishes, and I catch up on my YouTube videos, and like, I don't really, then I've already done the things that I like to do with my phone, right? So then maybe I can focus on reading my books and journaling and praying and meditating. And I was like, all right, fine, Jesus, fine. I'll leave my phone downstairs. So anyways, I'm going to try it, I guess. So to see that Rowan is saying, hey, remember that you can connect. Remember, you have the ability to astral travel. It just reminded me of Jesus's request too, for us to do that as well, and to remove the things that are interfering with it. And yeah, connect with ecstasy, connect with universal unconditional love and higher consciousness. Okay, so I'm going to skip over the first part because we got this bad boy reversed. So we'll see if it has a specific reversed message for us. And then we'll end with an attunement from Rowan, and then we'll be on our way and hopefully enjoying our day, right? So really start to feel love unconditionally for nature, for the earth, for your water, for your fire, for your rock that's on your table, for your plants and your animals and your trees. And try to spread that around in your reality. So if you are down in the dumps, who me? If you are down in the dumps or feeling especially pessimistic, remember that you can change your mind and thus affect your emotional state. By changing a negative thought to a neutral or a more positive one, you can change your feeling state. You have a choice, even though you might not believe you have any power in the matter. Okay, thank you, Rowan. I appreciate this reminder because it's just like my lover turned friend, okay? If I'm feeling sad about that or whatever about that, I need to change my mind about it. I need to stop looking at it as something that failed or didn't work out or disappointed me, and just see it as an opportunity to express love to a human in a different way now, right? So it's like if you can change your mind, you can change your emotional state, your emotional response to your thoughts. So that is why it's so important for us to fill our noggins with these weekly affirmations that the herbs give us, with more positive thinking, with books that uplift us. You have the ability to change your mind. You can change your mind, absolutely. And if you change your mind, you'll affect your emotional state. So if you're feeling pessimistic and if you're feeling like a sad cow, don't approach your emotional body. Don't. Go to your mental body. Go into your mind and change your thoughts and change your minds. And see if you can get your negative thoughts more positive or even just neutral, okay? It will affect then your emotional state. So remember, you have a choice to change your mind, and that will change everything. So Rowan reversed can also indicate that you are not taking enough time to connect with source or spirit or creativity. Stop for a moment and consider what you need to do to fire up your inner flame and keep it burning bright. So now I really love that I have a candle lit. Are you ignoring your intuition when it waves a red flag, letting you know that regarding certain situations and people, something is not right? So it does have a message of protection, and Juniper's like, please release everything that does not serve you. So if a negative thought is not serving you, and you've seen the red flags, it doesn't feel good, that's your red flag. If something is making you feel bad, that itself is a red flag that what you are thinking is not good for you. It's not serving you. And so you need to release it and change it into something different, So I love that Rowan is asking us, are we taking enough time to connect with spirit and source and creativity? I'll just answer that for us all. No, we are not taking enough time. We need to dedicate more time. And so that takes us full circle now of our devotional path of service. You need to go inward more. You need to meditate more. You need to connect with your higher self and source and your creative, fiery passion. Your passion is your guiding light. Your heart is your guiding light. So listen to your guidance system and listen to your emotions. If you're feeling good, you're on your path. If you're feeling bad, you need to reevaluate and maybe even utilize some of the protective vibes that Rowan offers you and Oak offers you, to be aware of what's in alignment with you and what is not. And either way, all three cards are asking you to stay strong. Use your discernment, and stay focused on the light. Stay strong in the light and stay focused on love. All right, so now we will end our hangout with the trees, our tree guides. Thank you so much, Juniper, Oak, and Rowan, with an attunement from our Celtic tree, Rowan. I am the lovely Lewis Rowan tree. I am a tree that invites you to write down your dreams, listen to music, make art, play with collage, build something with your hands, or simply sit quietly and be in silence. Winter is a beautiful time of year, and the extra hours of darkness allow you to enter your internal world where riches await your discovery. Feed your heart with love. Imagine a purple flame there that increases with every breath of love you offer it. Let this loving fire expand and warm every part of you. Let it sweep away your fears and limitations. Let it rekindle the heat of your imagination. You are indeed a genie. You have access to everything you need. Imagine that you are complete and perfect and allow this realization to nourish you. Get on your magic horse and fly above the clouds. Travel where you will. Gather what you need. Enjoy what I offer you, as it is your birthright to feel joy and happiness. Embrace your creativity, inspiration, joy, and enthusiasm. Spread the good news. I ask you to feel safe as I offer you protection. I strengthen your ability to discriminate and assess situations and people. I strengthen your intuition. I help you choose the path of health, joy, and vibrancy. Allow the Great Mother to love you and support you. Allow the nurturance, care, and nourishment to flow into every cell of your body. Allow this love to penetrate every situation. Oh, I think that is so sweet to have the Great Mother come into, because we had such a beautiful masculine energy with oak and juniper, and the Great Mother here to balance us all out and love us and nurture us. And you know, for me personally, having that message that winter is a beautiful time, because like I'm already feeling shaky about going into the dark months, but I think we really have to embrace it all and really see what gifts it offers us. So for those of us who don't always enjoy the long winter, let us look at it from a new perspective, you know, where it gives us such a solid amount of time to anchor into that creativity and that intuition and fly on our horse to wherever we want. So anyways, I love it. It's so fun. It's so beautiful. What incredible reminders that juniper, oak, and rowan have brought to us today. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. And thank you for offering us protection and strengthening and intuition and creativity and just, wow, beautiful messages. So stay strong in the light, stay focused on love, and embrace and spread good news.